Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal, man. You know what's about in this channel. We must continue to educate. We must continue to tell the facts. And I want to thank you guys for all your love. Everybody across the world, everybody across the states that's been showing my channel a lot of love, man, been supporting my channel. It means a lot to me, guys. I am truly humbled by all of this. So much respect to everybody out there, the true NBA fans, man. And in this video, we're going to speak about James Harden a little bit. Because once again, we must expose these guys in this era, man. I'm done with these guys, man. I am done. And we're going to talk about James Harden and this nonsense, him going to the LA Clippers, and how this man is a loser. James Harden is a loser. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, this will not be a long video, but already I can see James Harden is the cancer that we all know that he was, as he is, right? This man is a loser with a loser's mentality, and he brings losing mentality to the LA Clippers, who are already known for being, right, a losing franchise, right? They have bad luck. They have never won anything. They have never really been relevant in our lifetimes, the Clippers. And what do? To further this nonsense, they bring in James Harden, who might be, guys, he might be one of the worst NBA players I've ever seen. One of the most overhyped, overrated NBA players in the history of the game, guys. It might be James Harden. This man is terrible. One of the great losers in NBA's history. One of the great chokers in NBA history. One of the great floppers in NBA's history. This is James Harden. This man has played with all kinds of talent throughout his career, right? There's no excuses for this man to continue to fold up under pressure situations. Whenever you need James Harden the most, he's not there for you. He's not there. That's been James Harden's MO throughout his entire career. Yeah, he might put up some great regular season numbers, right? But when it matters most in the postseason, he never gets the job done, right? He was up 3-2 in 2018 against the Warriors, and he blew it. And what will people say? Well, Chris Paul got hurt. I don't want to hear the excuses. There are no excuses. That's not why they lost. They lost a Game 7 against the Warriors in 2018 because someone like a James Harden could not make a shot. Could not make a shot because James Harden's game is not well-rounded. He's a chucker, right? If he's not able to draw those fouls with that nonsense he was doing, right, once the NBA stopped all that flopping around stuff by him, his offense is going down the drain, right? He can't score when it matters most without that flopping around, right? If he's missing his shots, he's done. He just continues to chuck up threes, and that's why they lost. That had nothing to do with Chris Paul. They always try to make injuries excuses for these guys in this era. There's been many guys who have been injured in playoff runs, right? Guys have been banged up. Guys have missed games. There are no excuses. And James Harden always has excuses made for this man, and I'm tired of it. We must expose him and other guys in this era as being soft, as being weak, as being losers, as not being respectable players, having no honor or integrity. James Harden's more worried about off-the-court nonsense. He's more worried about what he's going to wear to the game. He's more worried about what he's going to do after the game than what he is going to do during the game. Then he's more worried about those things than he is about practice, right? Coming in shape. The man's never in shape, never giving max effort, hasn't played a lick of defense in years. I mean, he really never played defense, right? His offensive game is all smoke screens and mirrors. It was all about flopping and drawing fouls. That's how he was scoring. Where's James Harden been since Mike D'Antoni's system? Nowhere to be found. But James Harden says that he's a system? He really believes he's the system. No, you were in Mike D'Antoni's system. That's the only reason why you had any relevant stats for those several seasons. The man won an MVP off of that stat stuff and nonsense. Right? We think about Steve Nash and how he won back-to-back MVPs playing with Mike D'Antoni in that system. Not comparing James Harden and Steve Nash, I'm just giving you guys an example of what Mike D'Antoni's system has done for players, statistically. Because that's all they point to about James Harden is these stats he put up for a couple of years there. Once again, I do not respect those numbers. What else has James Harden done? Where's his defense at? Where's his leadership? Where's the winning? Right? How many finals did James Harden went to as a leader? None. No NBA finals. And he's played on great teams with great teammates. But he never got it done because he's James Harden. He's not a winner. He's a loser. I am the system. I can't believe this. See, the mentality of these guys, when they say stuff like this, they really believe these things. These guys are so arrogant, right? They are so delusional. They drink the Kool-Aid, man. They believe that they're greater than they are. James Harden really believes that he's this great scorer. He is not that guy. He's not. We don't respect James Harden. You guys respect James Harden? I told you, James Harden thinks he's Chelsea Clinton. He really believes he's bigger than he is. He demands all these teams trade him. He's demanding all this stuff. He always forces his way off of teams, and the LA Clippers pick this guy up. I feel bad for Russell Westbrook because, once again, he can't get away from these guys. He can't get away from a James Harden. He can't get away from a LeBron James. These terrible teammates. He keeps getting stuck with these guys. They bring in James Harden. And look what happens as soon as James Harden comes to the Clippers, right? They lose the first game, right? Who was that? Against the Lakers, right? The Lakers beat them. James Harden didn't play. And then the first game James Harden plays, they lose to the New York Knicks. My New York Knicks. These guys are terrible, the Knicks. They should not have beat them. And they blow out the Clippers. The New York Knicks. That's James Harden. That's what he brings to your team. And the sad reality is I was listening and watching that game, and I was listening to Mike Breen. And I respect Mike Breen as the announcer. He's great. This is not to knock him. But he said something at the end of that game that bothered me. And he said that James Harden looked really good out there for a guy that has been missing, so many weeks or months, whatever. But he said it was a good game by James Harden? Once again, we have lowered the bar for these guys. We lowered the bar. What did James Harden have? Like 17 points, like 5 assists, whatever it was. The numbers are not important. But this is what they do. They'll point to the numbers and say James Harden had a good game. But his team got blown out to a New York Knicks team that should not have beaten them. The Knicks are not good. But James Harden, in his loser's mentality, this is what he does to franchises. Look what he did to the Sixers. All that talent, nothing happened. Brooklyn Nets, what happened to the Brooklyn Nets with James Harden? We don't know. James Harden has never been held accountable like a lot of these guys. And we're going to start holding these guys accountable. We're going to start holding them to a standard. And James Harden has not lived up to any standards for an all-time great player that he's supposed to be. And his loser mentality is a big problem with him and the teams he's on. He's not a winner. He doesn't give effort. He doesn't work on his game. He doesn't galvanize his teammates. He doesn't respect the game. He doesn't even care about the game. He cares about the other stuff. I would have never signed James Harden. As far as I'm concerned, James Harden should not even be in the NBA any longer. He has not earned and deserved that right any longer. He should be removed from the NBA. Once again, these guys, they take these things for granted, man. They're not humble. All they want is the money and the fame. They don't want to play the game. They don't want to respect the game or the fans. None of that stuff. James Harden is a clown and a loser. This man should have never been allowed to leave the Sixers like that, force his way out. They should kick this man out of the league, man. Don't no one want to watch James Harden? Is anybody wearing James Harden jerseys? No. No one cares for James Harden. No one respects James Harden. The women in the clubs that he goes to don't respect James Harden. That's why he's got to pay for all this stuff. The man's got to throw money at everywhere. That's the only way he gets any love is by throwing money at everyone. That's sad, James Harden. I don't know if anybody could be a fan of this man. And I've made videos in the past, and I said James Harden is not a top 10 shooting guard of all time. He is not. And I gave a list of guys I would never put James Harden above. Right? Not put him above the obvious. Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Jerry West, Clyde Drexler. He's nowhere near these guys. I'm not putting him above Allen Iverson. I'm not putting him above Reggie Miller or Ray Allen or George Gervin or Sam Jones. I'm not putting him above these guys. I refuse. Y'all can say what you want, his fans, but James Harden to me is not above those guys, man. Absolutely not. He's not a top 10 shooting guard of all time. He has not earned that right. He's not deserving of that. He's a loser. And he gives no effort. No respect for the game, no integrity, no class. James Harden, classless. Damn that man. And anyone that supports him, you're a problem. You're the problem. James Harden's a fool, a clown, and a loser, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.